Quiet quitting is just quiet exhaustion. She was still with the herd, still moving in the same direction, still grazing the same tree line. But something had changed. And every experienced guide knows by the time you can measure the gap, the drift has already been happening for a while. People rarely quit on a Friday. They leave emotionally months before they resign. And the exit, when it finally comes, looks sudden to everyone except the person leaving. Because from the outside, they were still there, still showing up, still in the meetings, still technically part of the group, but they had stopped orientating towards the organization, stopped watching where it was going, stopped responding to its signals. The resignation letter was not the departure, it was the paperwork for the departure that had already happened. And here is the question that the giraffe forced me to sit with. What changed in that herd? Not what she did. What changed in the environment that made belonging feels less worth the effort than drifting? Quiet quitting has become a phrase that is used almost exclusively as a critique of employees, as though the problem is with the person who stopped caring. The wild doesn't see it that way. In a healthy herd, individuals don't drift. The group signals, the rhythms, the safety and the coherence are reasons enough to stay orientated towards it. When the animal drifts, the question the ecosystem asks is not what's wrong with her. It is what has changed in the conditions that made the herd less worth staying close to. I've sat with HR directors who are genuinely confused about why their best people leave. They ran the engagement surveys, they did the town halls, they genuinely believed that presence meant belonging. But belonging is not about proximity, it is about whether the environment signals consistently, credibly, and over time that the person matters, not their output, them. The moment that signal weakens, the drift begins, quietly, almost invisibly, long before anyone checks that resignation letter. I still think about that giraffe. She wasn't broken. She wasn't difficult. She was a healthy animal who had found gradually and without announcement that the group no longer felt worth the effort of staying orientated towards. And so she left, not with noise, with distance. The leaders who retain their best people are not the ones who offer the most. They are the ones that notice the drift early, before the gap becomes a departure, before the paperwork confirms what the distance already said. People don't leave companies. They leave environments where they no longer matter. And the tragedy is that they usually tell someone in the only language the wild knows, silence and space. If you want to build an environment where your people don't drift, bring Campfire Talks to your next leadership event.
Emotional surge like a storm in your veins. Healing steps forward, washing away the pains from living nature. Snap through the lens so clear. Feel guide secrets undisguised without fear. Connect real deep. Perceptions on fire, stimulation.